Welcome back, everybody, to Thinkers and Drinkers with Cigars. I'm Rich,
Jason.
and we got our first sponsor tonight. The wonderful people at Copper and Tap sent us some T-shirts.
It's a great place out of Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
I encourage everybody to visit their website. They have some great merchandise. Lots of, for men, I believe there's even some women.
There's a women's line.
They got hats.
Mm-hmm.
They got hats.
For the whiskey lover in you, they do like these vintage style designs with whiskey and cigar kind of influence. Mm-hmm. And thank you guys for sending us the shirts. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to visit them at copperandtap.com. And I'll put the link up in the panel for you guys. And let's kick off this episode.
They got to get some North Carolina stuff. I seen a lot of Ohio.
There was a lot of Ohio.
I seen some Kentucky.
Some Florida stuff.
I didn't see any North Carolina.
No, and that's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
But again, Copper and Tap, thank you for the shirts. These are fantastic,
yes,
and they're super comfortable. So tonight we're going to talk about some weather.
Yep.
I mixed us up some hurricanes because it's the start of hurricane season.
Yes.
And we're already starting to feel the weather of it. As we both drink at the same time and leave the audience a nice quiet moment.
That's pretty good. You did a pretty good job making that.
Yeah, it tastes like it. And this originated in my favorite city, New Orleans, back in the 1940s at Pat O'Brien's. And that bar restaurant is still there.
Really?
And I've had a hurricane there when I visited, and during World War II in the 1940s, there was a surplus of rum because they were having trouble getting whiskey and other alcohols. So the team said, well, we got all this rum, why don't we come up with a signature drink? And they came up with the Hurricane, which is 2 different types of rums, a bunch of fruit juices. There's the recipe, guys. Give it a shot. It is a great summer drink.
Yes.
And
the rum that we got came from one of the islands in the Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
Picked it up the last time I was there. Great company, great brand.
K.
So much history. And I believe we even have some pictures of the process with the barrels.
Yes. Yep.
So we did tour the, I hate to use the word factory. It's not really a factory. Distillery. Mm-hmm. We can put some pictures up there. I encourage everybody to, when you're there, visit this kind of stuff. Just don't do the excursions. Don't
get the braid down the dock.
Yeah, go see this kind of stuff. See the history of the island itself.
Did you know that this rum is named after a shipwreck from 1656? Yeah, it was a Spanish fleet that was coming into the Bahamas, and the lead ship was in shallow water and wrecked. But they shot a cannonball off to warn the rest of the ships behind them. And over the course of the years, divers have gone down and just dug up all this treasure from it. So Maravillas was a ship.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And Walker's Cay is a 100-acre island just north of the Bahamas. Grand
Bahamas.
That's just a fishing village.
Yeah.
A fishing resort. That would be a cool excursion.
Yeah. There's so much stuff there. So much history.
I'm going to get one of the braids in the dock.
Well, I'm a little late on it. So.
You can get it on your beard.
But so hurricanes, you say?
Yep.
We know a little bit about that in North Carolina.
Do.
Some of the folks here are still feeling the after effects all this time after. So, hurricanes, man, they literally blow in, destroy everything, and blow back out.
Yeah, and then they're like, bye.
Yeah.
Living in Florida most of my life, I've been through a few of them. A couple of them just leveled areas around me that was, a couple of blocks. My uncle was living in Homestead when the big one went through in the 90s, and he just bought this house. And then the hurricane went through, and it was just land after that. Lost everything.
Living in Ohio, have never been through a hurricane. I do remember, I want to say it was the start of the 2000s. There's there was a hurricane that came through that actually some of the winds came up through Ohio. We had some pretty strong winds, and a lot of places lost electric and everything for a very long time. I don't remember which hurricane that was, but that was really something in Ohio. Why did we lose our power? Well, there was a hurricane in Florida. It's like, really? This is how we lost power today?
Hey, they're rough there. You know how they're named? They go in alphabetical order, and then it goes girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that. That's such a scientific system.
I know. Like, imagine being on the hurricane naming committee.
Very scientific. Very scientific.
It's just as scientific as the person who names kitchen appliances.
Yeah.
Just say what it does and add ER.
Yeah. What cigars do we have tonight?
Oh, right. We got a cigar. Well, I did some research to pair what would go with rum and fruit drinks. And this Ashton, named after your grandson. Your grandson came first, and then they made these cigars. Came up on a lot of lists. So if you're drinking rum or any kind of fruity drink, this is a great pairing. What do you think of it?
I like it, and I think it does pair fairly well.
It is mild.
It is. It's very mild.
We're getting used to the bolder flavors.
I think so. I still find myself every time we go to the Monte Cristo buying the Oscar leaves.
I always have that. The Toro Fuentes, which is this company when it started out in '85. The Toro Fuentes factory bought them, so they're part of one of my favorite cigars' family. So, is it? Yeah. So this Ashton Aged Madoro.
Okay.
And it's Connecticut cut leaves. It's supposed to have hints of dark chocolate, molasses, almond, and black pepper, which every time I read that on a cigar, I just picture some server with that big grinder.
That's actually, I think the more that we are doing this, the longer that we've been doing this, some of the ingredients that we hear is just so odd. It just doesn't seem like it fits, but it does fit. Now this has to rank somewhere. These Ashton cigars have to rank somewhere. Where do they rank at?
If I were to star this right now, I would give it a 3.
3?
Just because it's a very light flavor, but if I'm doing a pairing, I would give it a 4 because it pairs really well with this drink. And I just thought of something because of the molasses in here, and rum comes from fermented molasses. Okay. And I wonder if that's the reason why it pairs so well.
It could be.
What are your thoughts on what are your stars?
I'm still deciding. But as far as pairing goes, I think it pairs excellent.
Yeah. Star-wise?
A 4.
What do you think, Allie?
I would say she's probably a 3.
Yeah.
And speaking of the hurricanes and the humidity and everything, my goodness.
It's weird that you're in pants today and I'm in the shorts.
It is.
I feel so out of character.
I just did get back from South Carolina. So I packed all of my shorts and haven't done a whole lot of unpacking yet.
Because you're lazy.
I am very lazy when it comes to that. My version of packing is opening up the drawers and scooping, scoop, throw, zip up the case.
I am the complete opposite.
Yeah.
The second we get home from somewhere, I am upstairs unpacking the suitcase. All the laundry goes in just because I don't want to pile it up.
Well, I did drag the suitcase upstairs.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's up there. There's not much else has happened yet, but it's up there.
I know we're not drinking this out of its normal glass, which is that kind of bulbish. And the glass was inspired by what was back then hurricane lamps. And they were the ones with the oil and it had the bulbous.
I had no idea that's what those were called.
Yeah, I didn't either until I started doing the research on the drink. And I thought that was kind of cool because I'm sure back in the 40s, they're all sitting around the bar with all those lamps on. I'm like, what if we make a glass that looks like that? Call it a hurricane. Which, fast forward 90 years, hurricane leveled all of New Orleans.
Yeah. I gotta say that rum is really good.
And we did a little bit of it just straight before
Yeah.
shooting. I could drink that on ice, and I'm not a rum guy.
I could probably just drink that right out of the bottle.
Yeah. Just have it in your car. Yeah. What? It's a package, officer.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know, unless you're feeling spicy. Have you guys tried this? If so, let us know your thoughts on the rum in the comments below. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I totally forgot. We got sidetracked with the shirts. Look down, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell to get notifications of all our new content. And I hope you guys have been enjoying our stuff. Our social media is like going insane.
It really is. It really is. And I hope, we'll be making a trip to Columbus fairly soon.
Yeah, like a month and a half.
We'll be making sure that we get some more of these shirts.
Yeah, we should.
If we have hats, time. And hats. Yeah, there's a busy trip planned.
Yeah.
It's going to be a busy trip.
Last week when you weren't here and Luke filled in, we touched a little bit on how hurricanes hit those islands first, usually. And what are your thoughts on, how a hurricane will affect the outcome of the final cigar with the leaves being exposed? And will it change the flavor? Will it have less to use?
I would say there's got to be less to use. So, in saying that, the producers probably have to go back into their stock a little bit further, grab newer stuff and try to get the new stuff wrapped, packaged, and put out. So, I would say it affects it that way greatly.
Like even the drying barns that are just made of wood.
Yeah.
How often do you think they have to rebuild those?
Every hurricane.
Yeah, probably. There's just a whole company that rebuilds
but
cigar companies.
It's amazing, the hurricanes, and that we have a hurricane season. And, it affects so much.
Do you subscribe to that
climate change?
No, the butterfly effect when it comes to hurricane.
The butterfly
flaps its wings in Africa.
Yeah, then there's a hurricane.
In Florida, where it scares an elephant, and the elephant starts a stampede, and the dust goes up into the atmosphere.
If it's a big ass butterfly, I'll buy that. What's the really big ones? The monarch butterfly.
Yeah.
If it's a big ass monarch butterfly, maybe.
Scare an elephant.
But yeah, it's just amazing the amount of damage that Mother Nature can do.
We have been watching natural disaster caught on film YouTubes as of late, and it's just, and then they give the estimate of how much money it has destroyed.
And to that point, I would say, maybe there were hurricanes bigger than what there was today.
Yeah.
And they destroyed more, but it all wraps into what the dollar's worth today.
True.
So, depending on the size of the hurricane, where it goes in, what part of the area, if it wipes it out, 5 years versus 10 years. We all know what inflation is.
Yeah, I don't think hurricanes really care about inflation.
They don't care. So, but yeah, the money is astronomical. Thankfully, though, now we have a lot better warning systems than what they had in the past. I know 100+ years ago, I believe there was a massive hurricane in Texas. I think it was Galveston, Texas.
Yeah.
Went through and just totally decimated the area.
$200 billion.
And there was no warning system back then. Thankfully, now today we do have some kind of warning systems, a little bit better.
And I bet once the beginning of that warning week, grocery stores are like, "All right, guys, we're going in the black," because the water and the snack shelves are
water, water, milk, and bread.
Yep, gas.
Yeah, And that brings us to, the cigars. About when those do roll through on the islands, the companies, they lose their product. They got to pull from existing product. How does that translate into the cost of the cigars?
Yeah, does it jack the price up?
Yeah, and what is the supply? How many days of supply do you think is in the market right now of cigars? If we stop today because of a hurricane, we all know the prices are going to go up.
Yeah.
Maybe a month?
I don't know. I don't know what because I know it's like 3 to 5 years for that final fermentation of the leaves before they start rolling. I think it's about 6 months, 3 to 6 months for the drying, which is that outside wooden barn. And I feel like that is just gone.
Yeah.
Those barns. And then the freshly planted stuff. So they got to wait to recultivate, then have that grow the year later, get that in the drying, and then put it into the fermentation. So I think maybe the fermentation building is safe, and they have all those leaves within the 3 to 5 years still. But then once that runs out, what do we got?
I feel like we're getting close to taking a trip abroad to one of these places
and take the tour.
This. Yes.
You think it's like a tasting, like wine and whiskey have?
I may not leave.
Yeah,
may not leave.
I'm working here now. I don't care. I'll clean the floors.
Yeah, I mean, what's it? What's the old signs? We'll work for food. We'll work for cigars.
Yep.
Throw some bourbon in there,
which would be a great shirt for Copper and Tap.
Yeah, we'll work for cigars and bourbon. I like it.
Yeah. We start our own line. That's ours, Copper and Tap. I keep wanting to say Cooper for some reason because my favorite local beer here is Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
The Cooper, yeah. Which when I order it, I say Copper.
And
they're like, "You mean the Cooper?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the one." Because I'm stupid. That Ohio trip is going to be fun.
I think so.
Yeah.
I will be heading that way next Thursday.
For work?
No, for the one of the kids, something or another, birthday, something,
Damn kids.
Yeah, something, one of the kids stuff. I don't know. I just go wherever.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I think it is Keely's. Yeah, she's a short one. I know that. She's a short one.
She's the girl one as well.
She's the short one. So I'll be heading up that way next weekend.
We should send a present up with you for all the work that she does for us.
I would send her a bill.
Yeah. She sends us a bill. Send her a box of cigars. Keely, thank you for all your hard work.
Yeah, thank you.
Keely is our social media manager, and she's doing a fantastic job. So every time you see something on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, it's coming from her.
Yeah, it's not coming from me because I find it weird that when I get Instagram stuff, sometimes it says thinkers and drinkers. Jason Apter wants to send you a message. I'm like, guess I'm sending myself messages. I didn't know, but okay.
Yeah, she writes in your voice.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, great rum, great mix, great cigar. I'm gonna go about a 3 on the cigar.
Yeah, 3 on the cigar. What about the pairing?
Pairing both of them together, I would go with a 4.
Okay, so we're in agreement with 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
How did I do on the drink? I'm giving it a 9. I mean, you're almost done with yours.
I'm almost done. I like the drink. I feel like I would probably need 4 more to give an honest assessment.
There's a lot of rum in this.
But I think 4 more would probably just about do that in right there. So about 4 more, I could probably give an honest assessment.
All right. I think you're really cheating me on a star here.
Yeah. Well, I think, again, shout out to Copper and Tap.
Copper and Tap.
Thank you for the shirts.
Again, yes, that was very grateful. And I'm going to wrap this one up.
I would say, let's think of a good one here.
All right.
Be a great friend. Be like a hurricane. If you're not wanted, just blow on through.
Cheers to that. Hunker down, everybody.